And Gabe and Chewy.
So our O-lineman obviously wanted a Harley.
Yeah.
Would have taken a Rolex. And Brett got him nothing.
Presents are the best way to show someone how much you care. It is like this tangible thing that you can point to and say, hey man, I love you, this many dollars worth.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And what he got him, he had a deal with a headphone company, and he got him the cheapest. He didn't even pay for them. The company gave him like 12 of the cheapest, lowest level headsets they could get, and he put them in their locker.
Michael. Oh, hey, from me. What is in here? Oh, come on.
I knitted it for you.
An oven mitt?
So Phyllis is basically saying, hey, Michael, I know you did a lot to help the office this year, but I only care about you a homemade oven mitt's worth. I gave Ryan an iPod.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamorro. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride and she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight. He ain't doing nothing but running his mouth. Talk about it, we all about it. They making plans, we sit and count. Our chairs stacked just like a mountain. You heard about it, she running her mouth. She wants to ride and she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight. He ain't doing nothing.
It's been a long week. A lot of content that we're putting out here at ESPN Milwaukee. And I'm not going to declare the week over by any stretch of the imagination, Chew. Because I'm not Jen, who declares it's the weekend at 7 a.m. on Friday. And A, it's Thursday. B, I disagree with her when she does that. I am really excited for the U.S. Open because it's going to be in prime time. So I feel like I've just got this boost of energy because U.S. Open golf is going to be on my television from noon until 10 p.m. for the next 4 days. Super excited. Like, this is...
Yeah.
Anytime... My favorite major is the Masters. My second favorite major is anytime one's on the West Coast because you get prime time golf.
I hate the West Coast.
That's because you go to bed at like 3:30.
Hate it.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine because my weekend starts at 9:01. For the most part, it's Blammer Thursday. I kind of like it because I'll stay up till 9 o'clock tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Like
on a school night. But I hate when it's at Torrey Pines.
What's that at Torrey?
No, I know that.
Yeah,
I hate when they have it at a course that has a tournament during the year.
Sure.
I think that's stupid. I think Pebble Beach is overrated. I don't like it there. But from what you told me, this course is money.
I am, from every golf nerd who's into golf architecture, golf courses, all that, they have sung its praises. There's going to be a little quirkiness to it. There's going to be some different things that you're not used to seeing. I think it's going to be really cool. So if you're a golf fan, cannot recommend watching the U.S. Open more.
What's your ideal score for this tournament? Where do you want it to finish? I want it to finish anywhere -3 to +1.
Yeah, I would say -3 to -4. From what I've been told, from kind of predictions that are out there, anywhere from 8 to 10 under is probably going to be the winner here, which is about what you get at Augusta.
Now, I need a little help.
Okay.
And you've helped me the last handful of majors. So I have my bet with my buddy in St. Louis who played golf at Missouri. He's annoying to some. He can be annoying. But I've destroyed him in bets last couple times. Thanks to you. Yeah. Yes, I will give you full credit.
Won't give me the hoodie,
It's got me a couple Robocks, which we love.
Well, the most comfortable hoodie. Most comfortable hoodie out there.
He's
I wish they were paying us.
In a spot of frustration because I am like up 3 Robocks to none.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the PGA, he just gave his 3 players. Didn't even give me a chance to go back. These are my 3, and I'm going. So, we tied them.
Yep, we did.
We tied them, so now we're doubling down, and now Stalin has gotten to the point of like, one guy, that's it, and I'm picking because he can't win.
So if you want to help Chewy with your U.S. Open pick, who you think is going to win, 800-990-3776. But I also want you to share, and I don't think this is a stupid bet. I think this is a great bet. I want to know stupid bets that you have with your buddies. Like, what are some of the stupid bets that you've done with your pals? 800-990-3776. For example, in college, I remember one of my roommates, one of the guys that I lived with off campus, we had 5 guys in a house, was from Minnesota. We actually, I did not know his name when I first met him because he had a Vikings pennant outside of his door in the dorm rooms. So we called him VG. He's still in my phone as VG, also known as Vikings guy. So we were watching a Minnesota-Wisconsin college basketball game where the loser had to, again, it's college basketball, it's in the middle of the winter. Loser had to strip down naked, run out in the front, and do a snow angel naked. Just stupid little stuff like that. At one point, there was a Vikings-Packers bet that he had with one of my other roommates where the loser had to have their shoes peed on. These are the things you do in college.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have really a stupid bet, but I remember when I retired from the NFL, I was like, time to clean up.
You know everything.
Time to clean up. Into the season, I had to write a check for $5,000. I'm done with gambling. That's it. You know how much wine that would have bought? Quite a bit.
I mean, at the prices you buy wine at, I'm not sure.
Vegas does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. You? I've gone to Vegas and haven't gambled once.
So I have, when I've gone to Vegas because I go every year for the golf trip, the WPGA event that's out there in early March. I'm trying to think if I gambled at all. Oh, I sat down at one table. I sat down because there were a couple other guys sitting at one table. I played Pai Gow.
Okay.
Just because everybody else was sitting there and playing. And Pai Gow's you're playing 2 poker hands. Your money goes a long way. And part of the reason why I haven't sat down, Chew, I used to like sitting down and just playing blackjack. I used to do that with my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
But all the tables are so bleeping expensive. I don't want to play blackjack for $25 a hand.
Is it $25?
Yeah, minimum. Really? A lot of those tables are $25 minimum. I don't want to play that $25 a hand.
Ashley, are you a gambler?
No.
No?
No, I'm not into gambling. I'm not. Vegas only interests me from the food and people watching perspective, so I can't see myself going there.
Now, I think Jen and Craig are borderline problem.
Sure.
Might need a little help.
With what they're doing in the sports betting space.
When you walk around and you look at things like, oh, I'm going to bet on this dog peeing on this tree. Might be a little problem.
Might be a little much.
I will say, I don't know if you guys do this within your family when you have family events, if you bet with their siblings or cousins on things that might happen at your family events. But that's something my brother and sister-in-law do with our mom.
For example, what might they bet on, Ashton?
We might bet on, for example, if our mom is going
Hypothetically, of course. We don't want to out anybody that they might actually do these things. This is all in a hypothetical setting.
Let's hypothetically say that you were bringing your significant other to meet your family for the first time.
Okay.
And you had bets with your brother and sister-in-law on when your mom was going to cry. Let's hypothetical situation.
So your mom cried when you introduced your fiance to her?
Easy. First of all, easy. Second of all, we were betting on not when it was going to happen, or not whether it was going to happen, because we all knew it was going to happen, was how quickly into meeting it was going to happen. That was what we had a bet on.
So I can tell you this: you didn't get that sentimental gene from your mother.
Just not here.
Did anybody win the bet?
Oh yeah, we won. We all won the bet.
Did it hit the over or the under?
Under even our. It was within 10 minutes.
Damn.
Why?
It wasn't fun because no one ever thought this day would happen.
Well, I could see with you. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
As long as he said it. I mean, we were all thinking it. We just we didn't want to say it out loud.
Yes.
We were literally looking at each other, my brother and sister-in-law, and all of a sudden we're looking, and my mom, we could just see the teary eye just getting there, and we all looked at each other and just kind of 10 minutes, huh?
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not going to answer it, maybe, but sure, you can ask it.
Do we get any credit at all?
Absolutely not.
I think that's a lie.
You don't.
So
I think we get massive amount of credit for Ashton finally having a girlfriend.
I don't think you should get any credit for this.
I think that we should get some credit.
Yes.
Why?
And here's why. Because there are studies out there that say that the 5 most people you spend time around influence kind of different parts of your personality, right?
Yes.
And it could be different. Like, this is how people change and whatever, because, the 5 people you hung out with in high school are different now. And I got to imagine that you, myself, and Jen are among the 5 people that Ashton hangs out with the most.
I think I get the most. When I first met Ashton 4 or 5 years ago, he would walk down the hallway as a lerp. He's a big guy, as big as I am. And I'd be like, hey, how you doing? He'd be like, hi, how are you?
I can't confirm.
Am I right or wrong? Tell the truth.
I can't fully deny that. I don't think it was that exact, but it was probably pretty close.
So did it take you realizing that I'm an idiot to be like, all right, he's okay?
I appreciate that you're taking credit for this, for my personal growth.
Yeah.
So, sure. Just to make you feel good, sure, you get 5% credit.
You could have gone to see, like a psychologist or something, or you can just hang out with Chewy, and he gives you the confidence that you need to ask a girl out.
Yes.
All right, Chewy, you get 5% credit.
Hell yeah.
I'll take 5.
Pete Mwanago, big props to Ashy. It's a big day. He's admitting that Chewy's right.
I didn't say that.
5%.
Yeah, 5%.
Chewy's 5% right.
I think
so. Play 5% of the drop.
Okay.
Chewy was right? Holy...
That's 100, you idiot. You don't know what 5% is?
Well, I can only hit it so fast and it's got to stop. It's a whole thing. It's not that easy. You couldn't do it.
Did you think you were going to get 5%?
Have you hit it yet?
He wants like 50%. Right or wrong?
No, I think he's happy with 5.
He wants more.
it really should be about 30.
See, he wants more credit. He's not getting it. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't even deserve the 5, but I'm just trying to keep him happy.
I don't need it.
Oh, you're such a liar.
I just block.
You just said you needed it, and you deserved it.
I bet Chewy would be a great wingman.
I don't know about that.
My buddies love me.
Yeah, see? Chewy would be a great wingman.
Do you have any stories of you being a wingman?
They trickle down economics.
Oh, no.
That's what they called me. I
Makes
wasn't
sense.
really versed in the art of conversation. But just sit there, okay? Don't say anything. Just sit there. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. We want to hear your stupid bets that you have with your pals, 800-990-3776. If you have any advice for Chewy, who he should take for the U.S. Open, he just needs to take one guy. Again, it starts at 8:45 this morning, so I don't know if your guy's going to text you at all.
He hasn't gotten me his pick yet.
Again, so if you want to help out Chewy, or if you want to tell us some of the dumb bets that you have with your friends, go ahead, hit us up, 800-990-3776. Hey, Ashton.
Hey, Gabe.
Did you know the best place to shop for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee is the Jewelry Center?
I did know that because you've told me that.
Oh, okay.
And so is Chewy, and so is Greg Hill.
Yeah, just in case you were wondering.
That's great information. Thanks.
Yeah. Their team of specialists are going to help you bring her dream ring to life. Look, that's where I went. I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary over the weekend. It's where I went to get the engagement ring. It's where I went to get the wedding bands because I know Dean and his team, they're phenomenal. They're always going to point you in the right direction and make sure you have what you're looking for. Or maybe you just don't have quite an idea of the ring that you think she wants. Well, go on her Pinterest board. And if you take some pictures off of her Pinterest board, bring them into the Jewelry Center, they're going to be able to point you in the right direction. That's how knowledgeable their team is. Learn more about the diamond jewelry selection from the Jewelry Center at shoptjc.com or stop in at the Jewelry Center, any of their 3 locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or in Burlington.
Full show podcasts, interviews, and special content is available right now at WisconsinOnDemand.com. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on 94.5 ESPN.
So far, we're moving pretty well. A little bit heavy on northbound 43 between Locust and Keefe through that construction zone. So something to keep in mind through that area. Add a couple of minutes onto your ride northbound on 43. Southbound's looking great, though, all the way down from Brown Deer Road to the Marquette. Everything else, as a matter of fact, is looking great, too. Even east and westbound 94, full freeway speeds. Traffic is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. And check in the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Partly cloudy, hazy with a high of 66 at the lake, 74 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 52 at the lake, 47 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This summer is packed. 94.5 ESPN's Packed Summer Series kicks off with the return of Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel. Tune into ESPN Milwaukee's social media channels every day from June 12th through 16th for exclusive green and gold content. It's Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel, all week long starting at noon on ESPN Milwaukee's social channels.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality Men's Health. Guys, did you know that the stored belly fat reduces your free testosterone? The more the belly grows, the harder it is to drop, mostly because of the decrease in free T. It's a vicious cycle that men are losing, and unfortunately, everyone can see it. Mentality breaks that cycle with semaglutide, an industry-changing weight loss medication that can help you lose up to 15% of your body weight while preserving your testosterone. Join our over 20,000 clients to look and feel the way you deserve. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Hi, it's John Reeds from Great Midwest Bank, and I've said it before. Life happens. For nearly 90 years, Great Midwest Bank has made the home loan process predictable through all those ups and downs. And today, GMB's simple and personalized approach to locally serviced, affordable home equity loans can turn your home's value into cash for whatever you want. Whatever your lending need, it's just a few clicks away. Apply online at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's, flavor is our family's business.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
You know, I am a play the high side of caution, as Mike McCarthy used to say, guy, but the guy's got to play. He needs the work in game. So it's an interesting dilemma that they're going to face come this summer.
Okay, most of the time.
Almonds specifically or all nuts?
Well, these nuts, those nuts, whatever nuts work.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, brought to you by Boucher Automotive. With 16 different new car brands and over 35 pre-owned brands to choose from. Boucher Automotive, we are driven by you. And by the Bridgewater Modern Grill, nestled in the heart of Milwaukee's emerging Harbor District. Enjoy a specialty crafted menu centered around a custom oak-fed grill.
He is our friend. He is our teammate. He is Jason Wilde. He joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Doing great. Do you have, before we get to the Packers stuff, I know you're such a diehard golf fan, Chewy's looking for help. He just needs one golfer who's going to win the U.S. Open. He's got a bet against his buddy for a Rowback hoodie. So he just needs one golfer. You have any advice there?
I'm sorry, for what kind of hoodie?
Rowback?
Oh, they're the best, Chase. They're so soft and cuddly.
So wait, if I give you the winner's name,
I'll give you half the shirt.
Will you give? Will you let me win?
Which Jason would probably turn out to be a full shirt for you.
Half a Chewy shirt.
Yeah.
What are you, 2XL?
2XLT. I'm 2X Jason if you want a little belly showing, you know, like a Russian.
That's in now. Like that look is in for the
Not
kids.
For me. For the kids, yes.
Definitely, that's the look that I go with, not on purpose, of course. So, has anyone picked John Rahm already?
No. If you want to take John Rahm, you can. I think John Rahm's a great pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about golf. You're asking the wrong guy.
Have you ever played,
I figured.
Jason, have you ever played golf?
So I actually played golf in high school. I
really?
just had a station at a soccer tournament over the weekend because one of the other dads is an avid listener to our show, and they've heard Tausch. His whole thing is he wants to take me to Lac La Belle have me play by all the USGA rules and see if I can break 200. What Tausch neither knows or doesn't care about is that I was actually a decent golfer in high school, and when University Ridge opened in Madison, I was a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin. And so my buddies and I would go and play probably once a week, and then as our academic pursuits got a little more difficult and our pursuits of the more attractive gender became a little more serious, we didn't play as much. And I don't play golf because, and I have not played a full-fledged round of golf since Tausch's Trifecta Foundation fundraising golf tournament in like 2006, maybe. Because, and Gabe, you're an awesome golfer. I love to watch your left-handed swings. Like watching Ken Griffey Jr. hit a baseball. But I don't find golf enjoyable at all because I don't, A, have time or the desire to go to the driving range, to go play frequently. You know, when the girls leave for college and it's just Paula and I, Paula used to play in a golf league. She used to be a good player too. I think we'll probably take lessons and play again someday. But I just have so much fun, whether it's coaching the girls or doing stuff with them. Like, I'm not giving up a 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday or a Sunday or both, like some dads I know, to go play golf. And so right now I'm terrible, but I'm fairly confident that someday with work I can play it again. Do you have friends who are casual golfers, and do they enjoy it? Because for me, if I go out there and I play like garbage, that is the definition of that John Feinstein book, A Good Walk Spoiled.
Jason, I have offered this before. I will offer it again. Whenever that number, I don't know if what Tausch is willing to put on the line for you breaking 200. I believe you can break 200. I will be your caddy. And whenever that number, whenever he wants to donate to charity, I don't know if that's what he's going to do. Whenever you get, okay, this is enough, just let me know, and I'm right there for you, pal.
All right, I will get to work because I know you have added that charitable component to this, and you're such a good dude. I would like to support you while you support me, but I do not want him. Here's the thing: I want to be in a position where he does not have. I want to destroy him. Like I want to. I want to shoot like 125. That's my goal, 125.
Can Tausch sling it, though?
I think Tausch is like a 13 or 14 handicap.
He's a freaky athlete.
Yeah, he's got good hands. Yeah.
Well, you look at the guy and you're like, come on. And
he's
then
a really
you
good
see
athlete.
him run, and you see him move, and you see him hit, and you see him play pickleball, and you're like, wow. Now I get it. I think O-linemen, Jason, I don't think O-linemen get the credit they deserve on how good of athletes they really are.
Could you say the same thing about Frank?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Frank's a 12, too, in golf. If Frank really wanted to work at it, he could probably get down to
Single
like
digits.
an 8.
Yeah.
Which for a big guy, I mean, think of that swing plane, because of their guts. Got to be different.
Well, Jason.
They're not.
All right, here's the transition, Jason. Now, Jordan Love had some wonderful things about sky is the limit with this team yesterday. And my question to you is, back in the day, Holmgren would control the narrative from a standpoint on what not to say. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't tell you what to say, but he would tell you, I don't want you talking about this. Is that different now? Is this kind of confidence coming from LaFleur and saying, look, this is the narrative I want you to pump out there? It's not a rebuild. It's a whatever. Sky's the limit. You think, are these guys just saying this on their own?
I think it's a combination of both. You're right obviously about Holmgren, and then of course Leroy would ignore everything he said. Yeah, I think we can go undefeated. Almost as good as how he would get the game plan from Fritz on Wednesday, then stand at his locker at 12:50 and tell our group around him, Fritz has got to let me blitz more. I'm going to march in his office. I'm going to tell him that. And, of course, he already has seen the game plan, and he knows that's part of it. So it can look like Fritz did his bidding, and he didn't realize that all of us knew that that's how the Wednesday worked. Look, I think there's a couple of things. I think they have said, whether it's been directly or indirectly, look, I don't want you guys saying that this is a rebuild. We believe in this team. We believe in you guys, et cetera, et cetera. So I do think that's part of it. The other part of it is that, and you know this as well as anyone, that there's something about potential that gets people talking about things that if you were an unbiased observer who just was looking at the roster, looking at the inexperience, looking at the vital positions where you are still very young on offense, tight end, wide receiver, quarterback, you would never say those things. But that's youth, that's excitement, that's potential. You know, what's the line in Ted Lasso? It smells like potential when he's in the locker room. Like that's how those guys feel. Now, I'm eager to see, and maybe it won't happen, but if it does, you know, you get out of the gate 2-5 or whatever it might be. I am eager to see how they handle adversity, and I don't want to turn into grumpy old man here, but the girls and I were just having this conversation, and I do think that there are, and maybe it's not true of most professional athletes, but certainly of some of them, that they have been shielded or they have avoided facing a lot of adversity, and so they're not quite as adept at handling it when it does hit. And so this team is going to, I don't care if they turn out to be 10-7 and somehow make the playoffs with all these young guys, they're going to face adversity, and they'll be defined by how they handle it. I'll give you a good example. So I was talking to Josh Myers the other day, and I wrote about him for today. You know, I'll be honest, I didn't think Josh Myers was god-awful terrible last season. I did think that there were times where, you know, I was a little surprised at how poorly he played as a second-round pick and a guy who'd kind of been anointed from the moment he was drafted to replace Corey Linsley. But, you know, he started all 17 games. He played the most snaps on offense of any player. And now he's, in some way, competing to keep his job. Like, they are going to give other guys opportunities to try and beat him out, which they're not doing, obviously, with Bakhtiari or Jenkins. And I thought he was really good about talking about how, you know, he had adversity at Ohio State and whatever else, but this is kind of unexpected adversity. And it's interesting to hear his mindset on handling it. So to your point about Love, certainly he's had adversity in his life. I'm not saying he hasn't. But when you spend 3 years with a quarterback making it look mostly easy, I know last year wasn't, I'm really eager to see how he handles the disappointments that are going to come. He's going to have some great moments like he's had this offseason. He's going to have some really crummy ones like he's had this offseason. And I'm eager to see how he handles them when they're happening in games against other teams as opposed to when they're happening against Darnell Savage or Tavarius Moore picking him off in a practice.
Jason, you tweeted out that you saw the first time that you guys have been allowed to be in there, not to say this is the first time he's had a wow throw all off season, but you saw the first wow throw. Tell us more about that, because that's the one thing that you said you wish you could have seen more during the practices that were available to the media.
Yeah, I got a kick out of the folks that were either telling me that Wildy's on the love train now or Wildy has become a fan. They need to listen to our shows more. Please listen to our programming, which I suppose if I'm talking to someone who doesn't listen enough, they're probably not hearing that. But, look, that is a phrase that I have used. I had somebody ask me, too, and I thought this was a good question. You know, how do you define a wow throw? Well, it's actually a very simple thing. If it's the kind of throw where you find yourself saying, wow. Like
Pretty simple definition.
Right. But, like, you know, obviously I've covered Favre, I've covered Rodgers, I've covered a couple of other quarterbacks that filled in at different times, and now it's Love is the primary starter. Obviously, I saw more than Maisha, probably more than most of the people who have done this job around the league for the last 30 years, right? I mean, other guys have covered really good quarterbacks, but probably not two Hall of Famers back-to-back. And so there are always throws during practice where either you use the word wow or maybe you use a profanity that you can't say on the air, but you say, wow, what a great throw. There are other throws where you're like, oh, that was a really good throw, right? I mean, and then there are throws that you make that as an NFL starting quarterback, you damn well should make. You're a professional athlete. You're an NFL quarterback. Like, you should hit the guy in stride on a quick out route or on a seam route or on a stick route or on a slant. Like, those are required of your job, like you being able to turn on the microphone. Like, they're not big asks.
Well, honestly, Jason, we struggle with that at times here.
As soon as I said that, I recalled through my brain a number of times where I heard people talking and the other microphone was picking up because they didn't turn their own on.
Just happened.
It did just happen.
So the throw the other day, they're doing a backed up period. Christian Watson is lined up to the left, and then he goes kind of in motion to go wide left. And it was supposed to be kind of a pick play, but the pick is actually missed, and Jair Alexander stays with him. And Jair Alexander is an elite corner, and on this play, Christian Watson ran by him like I was covering him. And he got probably two long strides in front of Jair up the left sideline. And Jordan Love put the ball, like, he didn't have to accelerate, he didn't have to decelerate. Like it was the kind of throw that Aaron Rodgers would make down the sideline. Or Brett Favre.
Yeah.
I mean, he put it was absolutely perfect. And the reason why I tweeted it out, and Tausch and I kind of got into it a little bit over this, because I don't want people to think that now this is, oh my God, he's going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback. That's not the point of this. But if you listen to us each day, you know that this is what I've been talking about, and how even during the 3 years that Rodgers was a backup, I would see one almost every day in training camp, even his rookie training camp. But he made a lot of mistakes, and there were a lot of those plays where he pulls the ball down and runs because he went through his progressions and didn't find anyone quickly enough, and so he breaks the pocket and runs. That's what young quarterbacks do, right? They all do it. Sean Clifford's been doing it now. But he would always make one of those throws where you were like, ooh, did you see that? I can see why this guy was a first-round pick. And whether it was because of the COVID year or whether it was because that he was a young quarterback coming out of Utah State when they drafted him, I think I saw one throw in his first training camp. I think I maybe saw two in his second training camp. He had one practice during the 21 off season in minicamp where he was really, really good. Like, I don't know if he threw any wow throws, but the ball rarely touched the ground. And then the next day, he was horrendous. And to me, that was the encapsulation of why they still allowed Aaron Rodgers to come back, even though they all didn't like him in the front office and everything else. So my point with this throw was, this is what I've been waiting to see. And my comment would be, when we get to training camp starting July 25th, if this guy's going to be, Keyshawn Johnson saying, I think he can be a Pro Bowl quarterback, I'm going to have to see those throws with a lot more frequency than I did during the 4 practices I got to watch this offseason.
Jason, before we let you go, Justin in Middleton just hit us up on our talking text line asking, did I not just see that Jason is committed to the ESPN Madison Open?
Yeah, as a guest,
okay.
Answering Packers questions and spending time with our incredibly loyal fans. I will. If you would like to have a really crappy drive, I can stand out on the 4th hole and hit your drive for you, and then you can choose to. Then you can be forced to play it and see how that hole goes.
There you go. If somebody happens to attend, they have that option. So, Jason, make sure you bring your driver because somebody may want to exercise that option. We appreciate the time, Jason. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Chew brought up some of those comments from Jordan Love. We'll dive into those that he made yesterday. That's next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Moving along pretty well so far this morning. A little bit heavy on the northbound side of 43 from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Keefe through that construction zone. Still down a lane. The 2 right lanes are open, but 1 left lane is blocked as they are working on that median area. The rest of the system actually is looking pretty good. Not seeing any major delays other than a little bit of building volume. Traffic is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, hazy, a high of 66 at the lake, 74 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 52 at the lake, 47 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Enjoy a world of street food fare in the largest tequila collection in town at Blue Bat Kitchen and Tequileria. Blue Bat is a destination for some of Milwaukee's best tacos, shareable appetizers, and margaritas in a fun environment right on the river in the historic 3rd Ward, serving up global flavors and good times 7 days a week. Blue Bat Kitchen will also turn your next party into a full-blown fiesta with an off-site catering taco bar. Visit Blue Bat Kitchen on Water Street or check out bluebatkitchen.com.
RJ Schenner has several Toshiba copier printers from James Imaging Systems. IT manager Gabe Colasari.
The reason why for James Imaging is their responsiveness, dedication, knowledge of the product, and they always make sure that the customer is taken care of.
The kind of customer service you'd expect from a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed office technology company like James Imaging Systems.
We actually have a high-end printing machine on site, so we produce our own catalogs, so we need the support to handle that.
James Imaging Systems, better document imaging technology, better service.
When we've got a problem, we're able to call in and get it rectified or corrected without any issues.
Gabe, any advice to other local businesses?
Contact James. They'll take care of you.
James Imaging Systems, reliable document imaging technology, extraordinary local service. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
Make a fast break to FanDuel during the NBA playoffs. Visit FanDuel.com/play.
21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Tennessee, and Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit KESGamblingHelp.com in Kansas. 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. GamblingHelplineMA.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America. Make the most out of your summer at Elkhart Lakes Road America. June is jam-packed with nonstop racing action. Don't miss a minute of the fun. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under. Celebrate Father's Day at the NTT IndyCar Series Soncio Grand Prix, presented by AMR Weekend, June 15th through the 18th. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Road America, America's national park of speed.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And then you have Raj, who I didn't think he just didn't have the body type of a right tackle.
I have a question. I have a question. Who the hell are you talking about?
What's his name? Yash.
Raj?
I was thinking, okay,
who's Raj? You tell us, buddy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
After this week, it's going to get awfully quiet on the 1265 fronts. Last week, mandatory minicamp, and in fact, is it today? They're doing the team building thing?
Today is team building day.
What are they doing?
Bonding. I don't know, actually. Usually it's like
bowling.
It used to be paintball. Paintball is what Mac used to do a lot. Bowling seems like a LaFleur move, I feel like. Not negative.
What's the best team building?
Drinking.
Like, what's the best team building thing you can do? Happy hour?
Yeah,
happy hour?
Well, not even just hanging out, having a few pops. Doesn't have to be happy hour. It can be sad hour.
I think a water park would be cool.
No, you don't.
Why?
You know how I know that? Because if we said Chewy, let's do a Jen, Gabe, and Chewy outing at a water park, you know what you would say?
No.
Exactly. That's why. If we
I
said
just
Chewy,
have
we're
a
gonna...
problem with the water.
Then why would
Water
you
is
want to go to a water park? You
I didn't
buffoon?
say I would want to go to a water park. I said it would be a good team building session for them.
Can you re-ask
the
the
problem
question so I'll
with
answer
that
it?
is there's a lot of kids that go in the pool at water parks and the bathroom is rarely used.
That's what the chlorine is for.
Sure. As I grow a tail.
Well, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
But Jordan Love, media availability yesterday, and last time we're going to talk with Jordan Love before training camp, unless he happens to make an appearance on some show somewhere. But he seems to be walking out of the off-season team workouts, the OTAs, the mandatory minicamps, feeling really good. And as you mentioned earlier, Chew, he thinks the sky is the limit.
No, I mean, I think we got playmakers on offense. I think all the weapons we have at receiver and both tight end, and then running back as well. We got guys that can make plays. They're catching the ball really well right now, and I think once everybody just gets rolling, gets comfortable with the offense, and being where they need to be every play, that the sky's the limit for us.
Sky's the limit. Very, very positive coming from QB1, which, again, he's the de facto leader. Whether or not he ends up with a C on his jersey remains to be seen. But he's the de facto leader of the offense. I guess I'd be concerned if he came up there and said, well, I guess we'll find out. He's got to at least show that confidence publicly.
And I think this is coming from the top. Obviously LaFleur spends the most time with the quarterbacks when it comes to position meetings like that, and that's the narrative he wants out. The only thing I would do is kind of inject, we're young, though. There's going to be mistakes. We have to learn from them and limit them, but we're young, and we're going to learn as we go. Pump the brakes on sky's the limit.
Well,
okay, if that's all you're going to say.
That's not all he was going to say. Chewy, funny you should mention that. He also thinks the team is going to be really good.
I mean, I think we got a great team. I think we got a good offense, a young offense, and we have a lot of work to keep putting in, keep building together. And I think we have really good defense. That once we get everybody back and healthy, we'll be really good.
I counted good 4 times and 2 really goods, I believe, there.
Yeah.
And a great at one point in the beginning.
That's fine because everyone in this world has short memories. I hold people accountable.
When you remember.
Which I don't think people do anymore. If someone says they're going to go 13-3 and they go 8-9, okay. What are we just supposed to forget that you said? If someone says, they're going to be the number 2 defense and they wound up at 17, I'm supposed to just dismiss that? I give credibility to where credibility deserves to be given.
Where's our credibility?
I'll let Ashton answer that. See, the problem here, and Jason, I wanted to bring this up. Jason's probably closer to us than anybody else. And people call us negative. We're not negative. We're realist, okay? Yes, this team has talent. But I just know talent in young takes a while to develop. Right? If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's why there are teams that go 5-12. The Detroit Lions when Dan Campbell's first year, right? Were they saying the same thing? Oh, yeah, sky's the limit. Great. And then you watch them and you're like, okay, I could see this. They're buying into Dan Campbell, which is a big part of it. You got to buy into your head coach, and then they get better. Now, I think they top out because Jared Goff played out of his mind last year. Right?
Yeah, he's limited.
I would expect them to do the same, maybe a game better. But I'm not saying Detroit's going to be, look out 13-3. And I think that's what we're saying, right? Yes, there's talent, but you got to have knowledge with talent. And with that comes time. Hopefully, 2 years would be wonderful. The year I will say, okay, hopefully I say, now they make a run. Their window has started. The 3-year window has started. I'm not going to say it now.
Ideally, I think that's 25.
Which is 2?
2 years. Because there's still going to be some salary cap things they're going to have to deal with next year with some dead money where Yeah, the salary cap's going to be the salary cap's going to be in a better spot.
Yes.
But I think in 25, that's when maybe Goody can, assuming he's still here, he can go out and get guys the way he did when he first came in, and he got Preston and Zadarius Smith, and he went out and got Billy Turner and Adrian Amos and all those guys that really just, infused the roster, especially on the defensive side, with a little more talent.
Well, you need your core guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need your core players, and they've drafted, hopefully, what will be core players. So they will be solid, hopefully, at receiver, at tight end. Running back's going to be they got to figure it out, because I don't think Aaron Jones will be here. I don't know if A.J. Dillon will be here. So they need a player there. And then you're going to lose guys like Bakhtiari, not going to be here. You need about, offensively, 4 A players.
Okay.
Right? 4 A players, defensively 4 A players.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just build it around it. They can't do the free agency thing yet and plug holes because they don't have any money. 3 years from now, then you do the Zadarius Smith. Then you do the Preston Smith. Or I love the Ron Wolf system. You get guys that are on the backside, but they haven't won a championship. But they can still play. They're smart. They can teach, and they can get it done. And that's how I would build the team.
This coming from the 920. I run a company with 14 guys in Sheboygan. We're doing our team building day next week. Going whitewater rafting and ziplining. We'll find out if everyone makes it back from rafting.
That's the problem. They're not going to do anything where I could smash his head and be like, oh, he's out for the year. So it's got to kind of be...
Yeah, that's why I feel like paintball is always kind of the default setting for a lot of teams.
Paintball's solid. What else?
What could you do? Axe throwing?
Softball. Offense, defense.
I'm in on that idea, but I feel like that's a old man injury waiting to happen on accident.
Softball? How do you get hurt playing softball?
Because these are professional athletes that are competitive.
Don't give your glove up in time and you're playing third base.
Hand-eye not there for everybody.
Play on a major league field. But the bases are... that's stupid.
That's dangerous.
Shut up. I was going to say soccer, but that's got ACL written all over it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're playing too many sports.
What about croquet?
Yeah, croquet. I don't know if people play croquet anymore.
I'm huge on croquet.
When's the last time you played croquet?
I have a croquet set. I don't have a salt shaker, but I have a croquet set.
I can't imagine that you would allow people to play croquet on your lawn.
No, we travel.
You have croquet set will travel.
Yeah,
Chewy's
we used to drive
advertising.
around. I don't want to play on a flat surface.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want undulation. I want here. I want there.
I
Croquet would not be horrible.
But I mean, I don't know how many people know how
to play croquet.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I understand it's easy, but I don't know if anybody plays it anymore.
How do you play, Chew?
You got wickets and a stick, and you send the ball as far as you can and miss the ball and hit your foot. It happens.
All of those things are very accurate, but figure out whatever else you want to do with wickets and sticks and balls. You can have a lot of fun. You really can. Screamin' Sicilian I'm Stuffed Crust Pizza is the newest of the line of Screamin' Sicilian pizzas. That's how big Palermo's is, by the way. Not only do they have all these different brands, but they have lines within their individual brands. So maybe you're looking for something that leaves you saying, I'm stuffed after every slice. That's where Screamin' Sicilian I'm Stuffed comes in. 2.5 feet of cheese stuffed in the crust with the artisan crust you have come to know and love within Screamin' Sicilian. But also they just have the regular Screamin' Sicilian, or they have the thin and crispy Screamin' Sicilian. So many different options just within that premium brand of Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has been doing this for over 55 years. They know what they're doing. You know you're going to get a great product every time you walk through your local grocer's freezer aisle and you see a Palermo's brand. Palermo's Screamin' Sicilian. Easy to see why. Palermo's is Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
At Progressive, we love sports and saving you money, so we bundled them together.
2 seconds left on the clock, third field goal range, and it looks like he's going to go with a 5-iron. No, wait. The quarterback is skating back on the ice. He's talking with his caddy. They're pulling the goalie. He skates off the fairway as the kicker lines up his putt. It's a breakaway. They bundled their home and auto insurance with Progressive. Touchdown savings, birdie goal.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spring deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
The struggles continue for the Brewers as they were swept away by the Twins in Minneapolis, including a 4-2 loss in the series finale. Brian Anderson and Luis Urias hit back-to-back home runs to give the Crew an early 2-0 lead, but Minnesota scored 4 runs in the third inning off starter Colin Ray that ended up being the difference. Milwaukee now on a 6-game losing skid. Manager Craig Counsell and his team battling a tough stretch.
Nobody's happy when you're on your little losing streak. Day off comes at a good time, and get ready for 20 or so games in 21 days. It's a tough stretch, and we're going to have to play well.
The 34-34 Brewers back home at AmFam Field Friday night to open up a weekend set against the first-place Pittsburgh Pirates.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Get up, get out, get over here, go! It's the Grand Slam giveaway at Potawatomi. This June, play with your club card and you'll have 4 chances to hit big and slide into home with a share of the show-stopping $400,000 in cash and prizes. 50 winners each Thursday. Step up and knock your luck out of the park. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More info at paysbig.com/Grand Slam. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Jump into summer fun when the Brewers take on the Pirates Friday, June 16th through Sunday, the 18th. Start the adventure on Indiana Jones Day on the 17th and get a Craig Counsell bobble with a theme night ticket. Then, take home a Brewers bucket hat giveaway for the first 10,000 fans ages 21 and up on Father's Day, Sunday the 18th. Presented by Miller Lite. Get your seats at Brewers.com.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Unbelievable that they ran all over this vaunted defense, this elite defense.
What Kool-Aid?
Why? It was poop Kool-Aid, and we gobbled it down.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Pete McGuanago suggesting for team bonding exercises, any kind of road trip, preferably in a VW bus. And if you survive the trip without killing each other, then you're bros for life.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Crazy, and everyone's coming.
I mean, clearly we're going to road trip down to Chewy's place in Tampa.
Ooh. Oh, that would be awesome, actually. I'm driving.
That's a long drive, though, Ash.
I'll get sick if I don't drive, though.
Really?
Yeah, I'll get car sick. Yeah.
The pool's 94 degrees right now.
That's too hot.
Like, I don't need to go in the pool. I just want to sit out and back, have an old fashioned in my hand, and and enjoy the view.
They don't have old fashions down there. You want my take on food and drink?
Almost never.
Well, so National Ashton failed to do his job yesterday.
That's not true.
It was National Old Fashioned Day.
It was National Bourbon Day.
A marketing teammate sent me an email saying it was National Old Fashioned Day,
and that's great. And I love Tyler, and I will out him, but he is wrong.
Well,
about old fashions, or are you not doing your job?
Both in this case, so I can look better.
Old fashions are a tremendous drink.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're fine.
No, now let me explain to you why. In the Chewy brain, they're not great.
Oh, hold on. I feel like this needs some music. Let's get something. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, I thought if we were going in Chewy's brain, if we were going in Chewy's brain, I thought we were going to go different themes.
If something doesn't travel. Now, granted, I've never had an old-fashioned, and I won't have one until it travels.
Okay.
If it doesn't travel, it can't be great. I'm sorry, it can't be.
No, you're just wrong.
If they don't serve it in New York or Miami or Austin or in San Clemente, it can't be great. It has to travel, Gabe.
Okay.
The only place you get an old-fashioned is in the Midwest, probably more Wisconsin located.
I think it's like 70% of the brandy.
It doesn't travel.
Is right here in Wisconsin.
Travel. It has to travel in order to be great.
So you're telling me that cheese curds aren't great?
No, they don't travel.
But you're wrong there also.
Fish fries are fine. They're great. But they don't have fish fries in Delaware.
I think he's going to get excommunicated from the state of Wisconsin.
Okay.
I'm just telling it the way
and I'm
it
okay
is.
with that.
You know what travels? You know what travels? You want to know what travels?
He's going to say clam chowder.
The Green Bay Packers travel.
Well, they have to.
Now he's trying to get in everybody's good graces.
Of course.
He quickly realized he took out 3 of the staples we have in the state of Wisconsin in cheese curds, old fashions, and fish fries, and now he's got to backpedal to try to save himself.
A Wisconsin toad and look at it from my angle, and you'll be like, you know what? He's kind of right.
Old fashions are tremendous. Love old fashions. It's my drink of choice.
I will have one when they serve them in Pig's Knuckle, Arkansas. Like a Cosmo.
Look up some bars.
Cosmos? You go to anywhere, you get a Cosmo. They know what a Cosmo is. You want a Cosmo? Have a Cosmo. Want 2? Have 2 Cosmos. You go to Pig's Knuckle and go, can I get an old-fashioned? And be like, what's in that? I'm sorry.
It's a simple drink, and it's a delicious drink.
I'm sure it is. Angie loves them. Loves them. But if she orders one in Birmingham, Alabama, it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, a lot of times if you travel outside, it ends up being bourbon, and they don't know how to do it.
Can you be with me for once?
I'm not. No.
If something doesn't travel, then it's not great?
Well, but your definition of travel is just like it doesn't exist somewhere when that's patently false. You can tell somebody to make any sort of drink. Are you saying if it's not on the menu?
No, they don't know how to make it.
Again,
they have no idea.
Again, when this argument just falls apart because everybody who comes to Wisconsin and has a cheese curd, they fall in love with cheese curds and wishes that
Then
they had them
why
everywhere.
aren't they everywhere else around the country?
I don't know. People don't like money, I guess. I don't know. Throw cheese curds on the menu.
Wings are everywhere, right? Wings travel.
Wings travel. Burgers travel.
Burgers travel.
Yeah, I mean, staples like that travel.
So you guys know I'm right.
But no,
You're
but
not.
You know I'm right.
But to me, what makes...
All right, here's Brewski's Pub and Grub in Little Rock, Arkansas, has an old-fashioned on their menu currently right now. It's under specialty drinks every single day.
How many cities did you have to go to in order to find one?
I searched Pig's Knuckle, Arkansas. This was one of the bars that came up. I looked at their menu. It took me 30 seconds.
But part of... Chewy, I guess what... And I haven't traveled as much as you have. But part of what makes traveling fun is having some of the local cuisine, something you can't get back at home.
I agree.
And then you have it there, and it's great, but it doesn't. But that
That doesn't. I mean, if it's not going to sell somewhere, then typically you don't sell it. They sell here.
Yeah,
right?
because people know about it. I'm trying to think of like a cuisine or a drink that's specific to an area. And I'm just kind of drawing a blank.
I love lobster boils. Lobster boils are the best, but they don't travel.
No.
Right?
Well,
I know that. It's a New England thing.
But that has to do with the lobster. Like if someone gets it flown in, different.
Yeah, but it's just, the lobster's going to be better out east.
Would you rather
because
have
it's fresh.
An ahi tuna or a perch stir fry?
What's the side with the tuna?
Pickled cabbage.
Stir fry. Or fish fry. Kind of want stir fry.
Yeah, again, depends upon where I'm at. Like if it's a Friday night, I'll have a fish fry, an old fashioned, and have myself a time.
And if you're,
I'm just saying, if it doesn't travel, then I can't be that into it. I'm sure it's fine, as you would say. It's fine. It's fine. Got to travel.
Can you at least try one? Can I make you one?
What do you make? What goes in it?
So instead of, because a lot of times it's like you have sugar and you muddle it with fruit.
Yeah.
I'll just do a little splash of syrup for the sweetness on the bottom, and then it's just brandy and like a seltzer.
She likes the press. I don't know what that means, but she likes the press.
Yeah, so she likes the muddled process. Sure.
Okay. No, I'm out.
I'll take one.
Little bitters in there, regular bitters, orange bitters.
It's fine.
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, here's the thing. You got to try.
What travels? You know what travels?
Beer.
Cabernet. I can get a Cabernet in every state in the country. Yeah.
Just step up and drink the brandy, would you?
I don't like sweet. Maybe I do.
You can make it. You get it sour.
I think that's another thing. The fact that you can make it 19 different ways kind of detracts from the drink.
I mean, it's literally sweet or sour.
How many different types of wine are there in the world?
Well, probably a lot.
I mean, Gabe and I are just going to keep beating you.
Are you ever going to agree with me?
No.
In the 4 years we've been doing
When
this
you
show,
say something
crying
right,
out loud.
yeah, when you say something right, I'll agree with you.
I love that term. Is that the oldest term known to man? For crying out loud.
For cripe's sake.
Put your rubbers on before you go to church.
What are you doing at church?
Are running backs valued properly? I don't know how to transition out of that. Are running backs valued properly? We'll dive into that conversation coming up next.
In front of God.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Delays have kicked in. We're seeing a bit of a backup on northbound 43 out of the Marquette, all the way up past Keefe. We're at 16 minutes to get from downtown to Brown Deer Road, so an extra 5. Westbound 94 slowing down from 25th Street through the stadium. The eastbound side slowing down from 68th through the stadium interchange. Starts to let up right about at 35th Street. We've also got northbound 41 hitting the brakes out of the zoo all the way up past Swan Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by the Club at Lac La Belle, the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin. Schedule your tee time at clubatlaclabelle.com and start your journey. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Partly cloudy, hazy with a high of 66 at the lake, 74 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 52 at the lake, 47 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football, family, and whatever this is.
When Christian Watson slipped out of that start, I was like, what are you doing even racing her anyways?
Were they barefoot?
Yes! On grass! Not a great look.
Don't love seeing that.
We just had Sammy Watkins. We don't need Hammy Watson now. Nailed that one. No, but for real.
You did until you said nail that one. Let us do it, you dummy.
Listen to Scalzo and Brust weekdays from 4 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Michelob Ultra.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facility safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So, you've got an oil change coming up. Consider STP Conventional to save on motor oil for your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Get the complete job done at the right price at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com. Get in zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
So our O-lineman obviously wanted a Harley.
Yeah.
Would have taken a Rolex. And Brett got him nothing.
Presents are the best way to show someone how much you care. It is like this tangible thing that you can point to and say, hey man, I love you, this many dollars worth.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And what he got him? He had a deal with a headphone company, and he got him the cheapest. He didn't even pay for them. The company gave him like 12 of the cheapest, lowest level headsets they could get, and he put them in their locker.
Michael. Oh, hey, from me. What is in here? Oh, come on.
I knitted it for you.
An oven mitt?
So Phyllis is basically saying, hey, Michael, I know you did a lot to help the office this year, but I only care about you a homemade oven mitt's worth. I gave Ryan an iPod.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited.
Running backs are trying to fight back in the NFL. I don't know if there's much they can do other than just say that they're not happy. But we've seen, and this is something we've known for a long time, that running backs are treated a little bit differently, I would say, than most other positions, especially if you end up being a first-round back. We've seen Ezekiel Elliott released this offseason. We've seen Dalvin Cook released this offseason. Neither has signed with a new team. And this certainly has come, to the attention of somebody like Jonathan Taylor, who's had some success in the NFL. And here's what Jonathan Taylor had to say about running backs and how they are valued.
Sad. It sucks because a lot of positions do a lot for their team. But specifically speaking for the running back position, I can just speak firsthand. We do a lot, and you just want to be treated fairly, and not even treated fairly. You just want to be, appreciated for what you bring to the team. It's never about yourself. It's about the team. So what do you bring to the team? So, just seeing guys fight, you just hope that things work out for them. I mean, you see why guys, they request trades. They want, they just want to feel valued by not only their coaches, their teammates, but the organization as well. And I think it's something you got to continue to do.
I feel bad for him. I actually do. Because out of every position on the field, they get beat up the most. Mm-hmm. The shots they take are horrible. And I've never been a fan of guys that are under contract holding out. But this is a position where they need to do it. They need to do it because they're only going to get one kick at the cat, really. The worst thing ever for a player would be an NFL running back to be drafted in the first round. Because they essentially have you 5 years on the cheap,
mm-hmm.
and
they're going to run
so
you into the ground.
If you get into the league, say at 22, you're 27. Who wants to? You might get one kick at the cat.
Yep.
So if I'm Jonathan Taylor, who's a very good, one of the best running backs in the league, going into his third year,
mm-hmm.
I'd sit out. I'd be like, you got to get to that. I think most players in a position like that, even across the board, maybe not so much with offensive linemen or quarterbacks, but you get two kicks at the cat. Yeah. I had two, which is what a player wants. They try to get two kicks. People know what I mean by kick at the cat. You want to get the free agency, get paid, and do it one more time.
Correct.
That's what you want. Running backs sometimes don't even get one unless they hold out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you gonna sign a 27-year-old running back who started for 5 years and was dynamite for those 5? I wouldn't roll the dice. I'd be like, all right, he's got to be on the back end.
Because, you're paying for past performance at that point. You're paying for past performance.
But with this new rule that everyone forgets about, because I just forgot about it, where if you do sit out,
they can start finding you.
They can start finding you per the last CBA they signed. So,
mm-hmm.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad because I remember going in week 14, 15, Monday after the game, and then just see how those run Edgar Bennett and Dorsey Levens, how they'd walk around. I mean, I was sore and beat up. They were sore and beat up to another level. And it's just too bad. Too bad.
I mean, but to the point, teams just think they can find running backs anywhere.
Yes.
They really don't care. They don't want to pay for the position. They want to take advantage of those rules in the CBA. And, running backs that last till they're 30, you just kind of look at them different.
Yeah.
Who is he really going to? Just take somebody like Jamal Williams, who we know here in Green Bay obviously played for the Packers and wasn't a workhorse back by any stretch of the imagination, split the backfield duties with Aaron Jones. But for the first time in his career last year, ran for 1,000 yards, led the league with 17 touchdowns.
And no one's going to pay him.
Lions didn't want to pay him. He's now with he signed with the New Orleans Saints.
Isn't that crazy? Because you think
2 years,
the way it used to work.
2 years, $6 million.
Yeah, the way it used to work is it would cycle. And this goes before your guys' time. It would cycle. Remember the run and shoot came about?
Yep.
I remember the run and shoot. I was scared to death of it because I was a tight end, and I'm like, oh my God, is this league going to do away with the tight end and just morph into 5 wides or 4 wides and a running back? And then it cycles itself to the where, all right, we're going to be run dominant, and then it goes, we're going to be pass dominant. I don't ever see it going back. It's never going to go back to where they were valued like they were with Emmitt Smith and
Barry Sanders
and Davis from Denver.
Terrell Davis.
It's never going to go back that way. So if I can give the young people a little bit of advice, don't play running back.
But running back's the star position in high school.
Don't play running back if you're elite. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I do want to correct. So Jamal Williams signed a 3-year, $12 million deal. His 2 for $6 was the deal that he signed with Detroit last offseason.
Which is nothing in today's NFL. Look at what's the top receiver make? $28 million?
Something like that, yeah. 28, 25.
You know?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, guys like Christian McCaffrey are special because they're dual threat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at Jonathan Taylor as a dual threat back.
But even Christian McCaffrey, who had a good, second half of the year out in San Francisco, Carolina traded him because they regretted signing him to a big deal because he got injured.
And he's not going to get another one.
No, he's not going to get another big contract.
I mean, look at Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's probably, 28, 27, and they're already talking of moving him.
Mm-hmm. He is 29 years old. Turned 29. He turned 29 in January.
So he'll bounce. He's at his point in his career. Once he leaves Tennessee, he'll go here for a year, there for a year, here for a year.
And that's he's the most physical freak of all of them.
Yeah.
He just towers over everyone, runs over everyone.
Yeah. It's too bad. I mean, if I were running back, I'd go to the combine and try to run a 4.8. You know what I mean? If you know you're good at run a 4.8, you're going in the second round.
Try to go in the second, yes, because you would want to go in the second round the way Derrick Henry did.
Yes, because then they only got you for 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I would tell these guys, I'm like, hold out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Derrick Henry is in his second contract. At 29 years old, he signed a 4-year, $50 million deal. He's in the last year.
What was his other one, though? It wasn't that big.
Well, no, so this is like his big
contract. This is his big one. So he's only getting one.
His first one, yeah. In terms of a big contract, yes. Like next year, he'll sign with somebody for 1 or 2 years for $10 million.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's happening with what's happening with Zeke Elliott. And the only problem, Chew, is I don't know how to make this equitable other than threatening to sit out, not showing up for things.
What else do you do?
Because the way it's set up and the way that teams, A, feel they can find replacements for you at a decent enough level, because teams don't really care about running the football,
Mm-hmm.
and B, the way that they can just run through you during that rookie deal. That's why I would be surprised to see the Green Bay Packers have Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon back next year. Like, if A.J. Dillon blows up, maybe you consider giving him, but I don't know what kind of contract you would give him, and I don't even know how he would blow up as the number 2 running back this year.
And I haven't seen anything where it's like, wow, let's pay that guy. Yeah, let's pay him, but let's pay him $4 million a year.
Yeah.
And Aaron Jones is creeping on 30.
Yeah, this is it for him. I mean, his cap numbers next year is $17 million. I know he took a pay cut to stick around this year. There's already money you've paid him in the past. I don't know how you lower that number significantly to keep him around. I think this is it for Aaron Jones.
Could be, unless he takes another pay cut and accepts the role as being a number 2. But I don't want to draft the running back in the first round.
No, and I don't think they would. Because Aaron Jones, when they drafted Jones and Jamal Williams, both were middle round picks. I don't think the Packers would draft a running back in the first round.
But in order for them to be successful in 2 or 3 years, if Jordan Love turns out like, they have to find an Aaron Jones in his 3rd year.
Yeah, which I think they can do.
You think they can?
Oh, yeah. You can find running backs in the middle part of the rounds. You can find running backs in the 7th round.
He's not special? He's kind of special.
He's kind of special.
He's not Kamara.
No. He's Kamara light.
He's Kamara light. But that's all you need.
And I feel like every time I criticize him, I feel like I come out as hating Aaron Jones. I don't. He's a good back.
No, he is.
But
I talked about A players.
He's made 1 Pro Bowl. How easy is it to make the Pro Bowl? He's made 1 of them.
No, I know. I get it.
Like, Derek Carr made the Pro Bowl as a quarterback last year. He got benched at the end of the year.
But it'd be nice, because forecasting the future, I see Watson is an A player. Hopefully Dobbs becomes an A player. Hopefully one of those tight ends become an A player. And if they had an Aaron Jones in their 3rd year, there's your A player. Jordan Love wouldn't even have to be an A player. Mm-hmm. He would be fine as being a B player.
Kind of the similar...
It'd be San Francisco 49ers. That's the formula. And they're
I mean, San Francisco also has a dominant defense.
I don't want to say they're way off of that. They're trending towards it, but they got to get a lot closer.
Yeah.
A lot closer.
Yeah, there's a lot of ifs there. If this guy can develop, if that guy can develop. But that's going to be, to me, the fun of 2023.
Yes. Yeah.
It's going to be fun to watch this team grow and who emerges as those potential A players.
Yes.
It's okay not to have the highest of expectations this year.
No, absolutely.
Just take a step back so you can take those 2 steps forward.
Win 10 games, you can't have a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to win a Super Bowl, let me tell you that. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's real hard.
Should I hit the other button? I feel like probably.
Chewy was right.
No, we broke up. Yeah,
Chewy was right.
I don't trying to hear it.
You don't want him to suck up to you?
Yeah,
also,
my takes. You're sucking up.
No, I'm not.
Okay?
I'm 100% just patronizing you right now.
I thought you were smart when it came to food and drink. Obviously. See, you know where he's a phony?
I'd love to hear where you think Ashton's a phony.
Where he is a phony.
All right,
because he said it during the break, but he didn't have the stones to say it when the mics are on.
What did I say?
I said brats. I never heard of a brat until I came to Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Brats are fine.
Very famously a German thing.
Gabe, and you listened to the whole thing. He said, brats are fine, but they're not on the food truck.
Yeah, you have a Polish on the food truck, correct?
Why?
Polish are better.
Why?
I agree with you. Polish are better.
Why don't you agree with my theory across the board?
They're different theories.
I don't think they are. I think they're the same.
Brats travel.
Brats. Here's the thing. I think that brats travel.
Chewy.
I just think they're
Chewy.
fine.
Gabe.
Chewy.
Ashton.
Brats are famously German.
Ashton.
I'm so German.
Famously German.
Yeah. I'm also Polish and Italian.
Why do you have Polishes on the truck? Why do you have Polishes on the truck, though?
Interesting.
Because Polish are the superior of all. I agree with you, but that's not the take you had on the air ever until just now.
That's adjacent.
How would anyone have known that?
I don't know.
He wanted you, Ashton, he wanted you to bring it up about how he was right about Polish sausage being superior to bratwursts, even though, once again, you two idiots are wrong.
Well, now that he has said it aloud, Chewy, I agree with you on that. There.
Okay.
Are you happy?
We're kind of back.
We'll see if Ashton and Chewy get back together. Plus, we have the top 8 at 8, so get your down fingers ready to join that. Top 8 at 8 coming up next. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Full show podcasts, interviews, and special content is available right now at WisconsinOnDemand.com. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on 94.5 ESPN.
We have a couple of accidents basically in the same area. An accident on the ramp from Brewers Boulevard to 94 westbound. And then we also have one on westbound 94 right at the ramp from Highway 175 southbound. Basically, they're both in the same area. Both of them are out of traffic, but things are starting to tighten up a bit through that area. So give yourself some extra time. We also have some delays northbound 43 coming out of the Marquette all the way to Keefe. Right now it's 15 minutes downtown to Brown Deer Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, hazy, a high of 66 at the lakefront, 74 inland. Then tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 52 at the lake, 47 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
We won a championship, and my dad brought me 8 chips to eat on the drive because he wouldn't stop for a snack.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of truth in that. Just imagine if we lost. He wouldn't even gotten those chips.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
RJ Schinner has several Toshiba copier printers from James Imaging Systems. IT manager Gabe Colasari.
The reason why for James Imaging is their responsiveness, dedication, knowledge of the product, and they always make sure that the customer is taken care of.
The kind of customer service you'd expect from a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed office technology company like James Imaging Systems.
We actually have a high-end printing machine on site, so we produce our own catalogs, so we need the support to handle that.
James Imaging Systems, better document imaging technology, better service.
When we got a problem, we're able to call in and get it rectified or corrected without any issues.
Gabe, any advice to other local businesses?
Contact James. they'll take care of you.
James Imaging Systems, reliable document imaging technology, extraordinary local service. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
As homeowners, you've got some equity built up in your house. Did you know that? Most of you guys know that when you have a home, you have equity built up in it. So why not use it? It is time to set up a home equity loan or a line of credit. And if you're going to do that, you should only go through my friends at Great Midwest Bank. A home equity loan will give you a lump sum of money, or you can go with that home equity line of credit, which allows you to take out cash as you need it, and you'll only pay interest on the funds you use. Look, sometimes I start hearing about these types of things, loans and all of that stuff, and my eyes kind of glaze over because I don't want to know all of the minutia, even though I need to know all of those details and the fine print to know exactly what I've gotten myself into. The good news is the folks at Great Midwest Bank, they will walk me through it. You ever hear people say, explain it to me like I'm 5? Well, if that's what you need when it comes to these types of situations, a home equity loan or a line of credit through Great Midwest Bank, they are willing to do that. They're willing to explain it to you so that you understand. And you know what that does, guys? It gives you that sense of banquility. So if you're looking to explore some home equity options, why not do it with my trusted friends over at Great Midwest Bank? Great Midwest Bank is your and my simply local equal housing lender.
The only diamond more valuable than colorless
is the diamond that is colorful. Pink, yellow, and blue.
In 2016, Christie's auction house sold a 14-karat blue diamond for $56 million.
That's $4 million a carat.
In 2022, Sotheby's auction house sold an 11-karat pink diamond for $57 million.
That's more than $5 million a carat.
These diamonds were born when the earth was born.
They come from the heart of the earth.
But now there are also pink, yellow, and blue diamonds that were born when you were falling in love.
These created diamonds come from the fiery heart of a miniature sun blazing inside a plasma chamber. Hot, hot, hot.
Pink, yellow, and blue.
Your colorful 1-carat wonder awaits you for $12,000 or less.
Your colorful 3/4-carat miracle awaits you for $8,000 or less.
Get them while you can. Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork. You pine. Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach. Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken!
Show me chicken!
Sponsored by Milwaukee Pretzel Company. Win a Bavarian soft pretzel lovers gift pack from the Milwaukee Pretzel Company. Shop now at MilwaukeePretzel.com.
I have a list of 8 things in front of me. Chewy is going to guess until he gets one incorrect. Maybe he'll take a mulligan, especially because it's golf related. And once he gets one incorrect, we'll open up to you. The caller, 800-990-3776. And whoever gets the last one on this list will win that great prize pack, courtesy of our friends at Milwaukee Pretzel Company.
Jealous. I'm going there today to pick up some fresh
we haven't
pretzel
had
buns.
one in so long.
They are. Katie and Matt are coming to the studio, I think, next week or a couple weeks to record a new spot. So maybe we'll
with
have
gifts.
to. Maybe with gifts, or maybe we'll just have to put a little idea in their ear.
Okay.
You know?
I'll tell you this: every time I'm at AmFam Field,
oh my God, have to
make sure I get a pretzel.
You have to. Yeah. I'm going to pick up fresh pretzel buns today for the truck this weekend, and it's my favorite place in the world to go because it smells so good in there. Oh, it's the best.
They are delish.
All right, Chew, it's an easy list this week.
Okay.
I'm just looking for the last 8 winners of the U.S. Open. Last 8 winners of the Men's United States Open, which begins today in approximately 22 minutes.
For the record, I could give you 0 of these answers.
Really?
No, I bet you could.
Tiger?
No, that's a dumb one.
That's all I got.
Brooks won it here.
Brooks won it
at Aaron Hills.
At Aaron Hills. He won it the following year. He's number 5 on the list. The only 2-time winner on the list.
Let's go with Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty has 1 major to his name, and that is the Masters Championship.
Here goes your mulligan.
Okay, so Chew's going to take a mulligan because it's a golf related.
It's a breakfast ball.
Yeah, and Jen's not here. Yeah, gives him an opportunity.
This might be close, but I think it gets under the wire in Oregon. Just DJ.
So DJ won on the East Coast, won at Oakmont, but he is on the list. He's number 6.
What? Oh, he lost.
Yes.
That's right, he choked. He 3-putted.
Yes.
Oh, Spieth won that.
And that was in the state of Washington, but yes, Jordan Spieth is number 7 on the list.
It's all the same.
Tomato, Oregon, Washington.
This is, I think he won. I think he did. Morikawa?
No. Colin Morikawa won a PGA, which I can understand why that would have been confusing, because he won that PGA in the pandemic era, so there weren't any crowds and everything. The schedule was kind of jumbled.
Where did he win that?
He won that at TPC Harding Park in San Francisco. He won a PGA there, and then he also has a British Open
I
to
knew he
his
had
name.
a British. I thought the other one was U.S.
Yeah, but again, I can understand the confusion there. However, you have now officially used your mulligan. But you got 3 of them. We just need the other 5. 800-990-3776. It's easy. The last 5 winners of the Men's United States Open, which begins today at Los Angeles Country Club. If you're looking for more golf talk, of course, always listen Mondays at 6. It is On the Tee, although we won't have shows on Monday this week, as we are off for Juneteenth. We will have On the Tee Tuesday, reacting to the United States Men's Open.
Can I make a guess? Another one?
Sure.
VJ Singh?
He's 49,000
He's not
years
still
old.
around?
Huh. He's on the senior tour. Huh. I used to love him.
And I believe VJ never won a... He won a Masters.
Yes.
He won a PGA.
Did you like VJ?
He won a PGA here.
I love VJ.
I love
just
the
like
swing.
tall guys.
He's just a weird dude.
He got that
weird
moniker
guy.
of cheating, which I don't think was fair.
Why do you like tall guys?
Because he's tall.
Because it's hard being tall, Ashton.
Hey, man.
It's hard being tall.
If anyone understands the height issues, it's me.
Well, it's hard being tall and having that repeatable golf swing.
Yes. That's why the Big Easy was so awesome.
Ernie Els,
He was the
VJ
man.
Singh, taller guys like that.
Who's a tall guy now?
Whew.
I'm talking 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
Nobody?
I don't know if they have anyone. I mean, there are guys, but nobody who's like really good.
Justin Rose? No?
So I know who is on line 1, and there's a really good chance that he ends up running this.
Okay. Is it X-Golf?
It is not, but it is Ashton in Sheboygan. He's got a very good chance, I think, at running this table and winning this prize back, courtesy of Milwaukee Pretzel Company. All right, Ashton, rattle them off.
Hey, Gabe. Last one would be Fitzpatrick.
Correct.
He won it?
He won last year at...
Okay. Matt Fitzpatrick, right?
Yes. Where did he win it, Chew?
Hold on. Last year?
Yeah.
Shinnecock.
No. I mean, you just wanted to say Shinnecock, which I
did.
respect.
Yeah.
But he won it at the Country Club in Brookline.
Oh!
In the Commonwealth kit.
Yeah, shoot. Sorry. Should have known that.
All right. Keep going.
John Rahm.
John Rahm won.
Where?
At Torrey Pines.
I hate that course. They use it too much.
Bryson.
DeChambeau. Oh, that's right.
He won the Pandemic at Wingfoot.
Yes.
He won the Pandemic U.S. Open at Wingfoot.
Next would have been Gary Woodland, I believe.
That is correct.
He won a major?
He won a major
Who the
at
hell is
Pebble
that?
Beach. At
No,
Pebble
I remember
Beach.
he was a hoop player.
Yeah, he played basketball.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
that
like him. I like
that
Gary.
leaves number 8 on the list. We'll see if Ashton can dig deep enough in his brain to get this. Do you know number 8, Ashton?
Would have been. Who do we all have on the list so far?
Okay, so you have
Tiger?
the top 7. No, Tiger is not on the list.
Oh,
Would you
okay.
shut up?
Yeah.
Matt Fitzpatrick 1, John Rahm 2, Bryson DeChambeau 3, Gary Woodland 4, Brooks is number 5. He won back-to-back in 17 and 18. DJ is number 6, and Jordan Spieth is number 7.
So we need 2014.
Yes.
Martin Keimer.
Martin Keimer won at Pinehurst in 2014.
Ashton, who should I take this week to win it all?
Tiger.
I would avoid Tiger. We're feeling either Victor Hovland or Scotty Scheffler.
Okay. All right.
Appreciate it, Ashton, and congratulations on winning that Milwaukee Company Pretzel prize pack.
Thank you.
Who would you take? Part of me wants to take Hovland.
So I did take Hovland. I predicted Victor Hovland on the tee on Monday. I took him in a one-and-done league that I'm in. He's playing really well right now. He's, again, played really well in the majors this year. Obviously doesn't have a win yet, but he's played well in the majors. I think he's a pretty safe bet.
He's young, though.
Youngish.
It's a Scheffler, like you said. He's so good.
Oh, he's so good. If your buddy gets the first pick and doesn't take Scotty Scheffler, you take Scotty Scheffler.
I think because he is a Spaniard and he's all about Spaniard, if he leaves Rahm on the table, I think I'd take Rahm just to stick
it to him. Again,
huh?
I'm just telling you.
Gabe, would that be the ultimate zing, though?
It would.
Can Rahm win it?
Oh, of course he can win it. He's one of the best players in the world.
But he stunk in the PGA.
Yeah, he was not very good. He was not very good.
All right.
You got a decision. I mean, hopefully everybody makes a decision here in 15 minutes. We'll see, because the U.S. Open begins in 15 minutes. Hey, Milwaukee, Ewald makes it easy. You know they make it easy. I've been telling you for years how easy they make you. And somehow, Ewald Automotive has found out a way to make your car buying experience even easier. Yeah, it's so easy. You'll be in and out of the dealership in about an hour. I can attest to that. I was in and out of the dealership in about an hour when I got my 2022 Jeep from them. Go to ewaldauto.com, select the vehicle you're interested in, and get your instant price. Plus, get a firm trade-in offer, customize your payment option, and even add your own protection plans. Then head to the dealership. You'll be in and out in about an hour. Ewald, they're always coming up with ways to make it easy for you. So many dealerships in the southeastern Milwaukee area. Make sure you go to ewaldauto.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
That earlier accident in the stadium interchange, the two accidents there have been cleared out of the way, so no more problems with that, other than your general delays from 35th Street through the stadium in either direction. We've also got northbound 43 hitting the brakes right out of the Marquette all the way up to Keith. It's a 16-minute ride now from downtown to Brown Deer Road. And then we've also got westbound on 94 backing up between Moreland Road and just before Barker Road. We're seeing the delays start to let up. Traffic is brought to you by the Club at Lac La Belle, the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin. Schedule your tee time at clubatlaclabelle.com and start your journey. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy, hazy with a high of 66 at the lake, 74 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 52 at the lake, 47 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Are you looking for the perfect restaurant for your next night out? Then make Aria, the acclaimed restaurant inside St. Kate, your next dinner destination. Specializing in artisanal American cuisine, Aria features carefully prepared seasonal entrees along with a robust selection of craft cocktails, wine, and local beer. Join them on Sundays for the restaurant's famous trademark chicken, served family style with sides like mashed potatoes, goat cheese biscuits, and more. Make your plans today to dine at Aria. Learn more and make reservations at aria@stkate.com. That's aria@stkate.com.
Looking for the best way to welcome new teammates or business partners to your team? Look no further. 3 Tree Marketing is a full-service branded merchandise agency using creative merchandising to share your company's story. Be the envy of others with specialized gifting and onboarding kits from 3 Tree, an amazing opportunity to best showcase what a brand is all about. Work with a team that thinks outside the box and becomes an extension of your team. See what else 3 Tree Marketing can do for your team and set an appointment today. 3treemarketing.com.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information. Want to get FDA-approved generic Viagra sent to your door and get your first month free? FreeRexMD.com has made the process incredibly simple. Here's what FreeRexMD.com patients are saying.
The process was really easy. You go online, you answer the medical questions. I didn't have to call a doctor. They made it fast and simple.
I order it. The medication is at my house within a couple of days. I can tell my wife is happier. I am definitely much happier.
Your consultation is free, your shipping is free, and your first month is free. Generic Viagra starting at just $2 per tablet at FreeRexMD.com.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
It's life-changing. It's literally life-changing.
I wish I hadn't waited as long as I did.
Go to FreeRexMD.com to get started right now and get your first month free. That's FreeRexMD.com. Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information. Want to get FDA-approved generic Viagra sent to your door and get your first month free? FreeRexMD.com has made the process incredibly simple. Here's what FreeRexMD.com patients are saying.
The process was really easy. You go online, you answer the medical questions. I didn't have to call a doctor. They made it fast and simple.
I order it. The medication is at my house within a couple of days. I can tell my wife is happier. I am definitely much happier.
Your consultation is free, your shipping is free, and your first month is free. Generic Viagra starting at just $2 per tablet at FreeRexMD.com.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
It's life-changing. It's literally life-changing.
I wish I hadn't waited as long as I did.
Go to FreeRexMD.com to get started right now and get your first month free. That's FreeRexMD.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Probably are forums, groups, areas where you can find someone in that space.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm just a normal person, so that doesn't really apply to me. That hurts. Not gonna lie.
You're not normal.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Maybe we're just trying too hard when really it's closer than it is too far.
I'm starting to be concerned that Chewy is no longer a Giannis guy and he's becoming a Nikola Jokic guy.
Love how he rolls.
But, I mean, Giannis is the hard worker. He's hitting the gym all the time.
No, I know.
Grinding it out.
Jokic is a lunch pail guy. Giannis is kind of a lunch pail guy. Gotta love the fact that parade, doesn't work for me.
He's going to be there today.
He is going?
I believe he is going to be there. Like if he missed,
he didn't want to be there.
I know he does not want. I know he doesn't. He wants to spend time with his horses and his kids. And then yesterday, in an interview that was released by Malika Andrews, and halfway through the interview, and Malika tweeted it out, she goes, "You know, Nikola, I've done a couple of these, Finals MVP interviews that we put out. This is the first time that the Finals MVP didn't bring his trophy with him." Yeah, I don't know where it is. Put it in the equipment room. It's no longer there.
You gotta love how he rolls.
This guy is like the NBA version of you.
I haven't worn my ring. Oh, my God. 15 years? 20 years?
What's the situation where you would wear your Super Bowl ring?
They wanted me to wear it to my Hall of Fame induction.
Okay.
13 years ago. Forgot.
Forgot? Did you actually forget, or did you forget with air quotes? Because I can't imagine you wanting to wear something that large in look, I mean, you hate look at me.
Yes.
But if you're wearing your Super Bowl ring to a public event, that's look at me, right?
Yeah, but then you got to shake a lot of hands, and the problem when you shake hands, that ring just crushes the fingers that are next to it, and they tear it up. It's just a lot of work. I hope it's still in the case. I haven't even looked in a while, 6 months, 8 months. It's locked, but it's one of those antique cases where it'd take you 2 minutes to bust the lock. I probably shouldn't be saying this.
You're saying way too much out loud right now.
I got cameras all over the house, so good luck. What?
You're such an idiot.
Well, I don't know.
When's the last time you saw somebody wear a Super Bowl ring?
It's been a while. I don't think guys wear it.
Would you wear it if you guys do another reunion? Because you guys just did 25.
No, because there'd be plenty of people there wearing it. So,
yeah.
I mean, people want to see it. I mean, people come to the house and want to look at it and take pictures of it, but I lost the key to the lock, so I didn't really have any ability to get in there.
Hold on. Like, this is supposed to be, this is the most prized possession you can have if you've been a professional athlete. You have a championship ring, and you have no idea where the key is to even, see if it's there? How do you lose that key?
I don't know, because it was next to the key to the wine cellar. And the wine cellar key's there.
Do you think one of the kids took it?
I should probably just put it in the wine cellar, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got to lock the wine cellar.
It's a very unique problem to you.
Yeah, this is a very specific problem to you.
I don't know. Awards aren't big to you guys either. Are they?
I
mean, what did you just get? You got something.
You got a Carmi last week.
You got a Carmi?
Yeah.
What? You walk around with it?
It's currently just like sitting at my desk.
Okay. Are you going to leave it there?
It's currently sitting at my desk.
But he got a Carmi last week. That's why Craig Karmazin, showed up in studio last Friday to present Ashton with his, I believe, Most Unselfish Teammate Award. The Bill McCullum Most Unselfish Teammate Award.
Assume, Gabe, if you got an award from the MAC Fund for all the work you do for them, that would warm your heart, and you'd probably put it somewhere.
So every year that I play in that event, they give us a bell.
Yeah.
I'm running out of places to put bells. Like I used to have, when I had a desk here, I'd have a bell on the desk because it's just a cool piece to have.
Yeah.
It's a ringer, right? Because it's called the ringer event because kids and people who go through cancer, when they are declared cancer-free, they go through their last chemo treatment, they ring the bell.
Sure.
So that's why they call it the ringer for this golf event. They give you a bell. It's a cool piece. I have those on display in my house, like on top of like the little bar area we have in our dining room.
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple awards here and there. Yeah, those aren't really on display. But I feel like a Super Bowl ring is different. Like I won Northwoods League play-by-play of the year a decade ago, right?
Yes.
Like, and I was proud of that award a decade ago. But it's not a Super Bowl ring. Like, a Super Bowl ring is different. I'm surprised the Super Bowl ring isn't on display in the man cave that you have in your house.
No, I am not a memorabilia guy at all. Matter of fact, when we sell the house that we're in now, because it's too big, I will pack up the stuff that's hanging in the weight room.
Mm-hmm.
I won't put it back up.
Well, what do you got? Anything good?
Oh, I got a lot of good stuff.
Well, great follow. Let's talk.
Well, let's talk.
I'm here to make some money.
Well, I got to clear it with the kids first, because aren't you supposed to pass it down to them?
No.
Yeah,
the only thing I remember was my dad, and my dad was the most humble of humble people. He would give blood every week.
Okay.
Can you
do
that?
For 40 years. Maybe as often as you could give blood, he would give blood.
Yeah, I don't know about every week, but yes.
So for 40 years. So but back in the day, I don't know what they do anymore, you would get a little red pin with a cross on it, like the Red Cross.
Yeah, the Red Cross, sure.
And he would put them in the roof of his beat-up 1978 Mitsubishi pickup truck. Right?
Sure.
So they were everywhere, all over there, because he gave gallons and gallons of blood throughout his lifetime. Now, something like that, I think, I look back now, I didn't appreciate it when it was happening. I kind of found it a little, embarrassing.
But now, as you've gotten older, you get it.
Like
you get
cow,
it. Like, that's really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know. Super Bowl ring, yeah, we won great. Believe me, it's some of the best years of my life playing with those knuckleheads. But I don't know. I'm weird. You guys just figuring that out now?
No, I think Gabe and I are looking for a business opportunity.
To sell the memorabilia?
Wow.
Well, I just gave Homer a nice piece here.
Yeah, I would not sell the memorabilia. I would.
Yeah, I would.
I'd probably display it.
But I gave Homie,
I want the money.
Oh, yeah, with a picture of him.
To the Mac Fund or
he's
whatever.
going to give it to somebody, yeah.
But that is really cool.
It's really cool.
I think the pictures of us outside of our uniform hanging out are much cooler than the ones in it.
I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that from your perspective.
Yeah. And Homer's in it. That's the reason I gave it to him.
Yes, 100%.
He's got his rug on and the Coke bottle glasses. Love it. Yeah.
Pete McGuanago chiming in. We love Giannis around here, but how can you not root for Nikola now? The guy is genuinely cool. I don't know if he's cool.
People are annoyed
but he's got
by
a
him.
carefree. I'm not annoyed by him. He's just
people are.
Why?
Jokic is as genuine as you get. Right? The way he talks about basketball is the way that other people talk about their regular jobs.
I think he is as lunch pail as you get.
Explain what you mean by lunch pail.
Goes to work, grinds it out, does his work, and then wants to go home and doesn't need the pat on the back, doesn't need any of that. Just like, tell me what I got to do. Move that rock, crush that rock. You know, Giannis is like that. Giannis is just a little more out in front.
Sure.
Than Jokic is. But they're both cut out of the same mold.
Yeah, grind it out. Work
yeah.
For them to get where they were, Giannis was a first-round pick, but in order for him to get where he was, I mean, to get to where he is now, the amount of crap that he had to go through, Jokic was the 41st pick in the draft when he was drafted.
Now, like Jokic, would you want to have a beer with him? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not a lot of stories, not a lot of great stories.
Yeah.
Right?
I think, yeah. He doesn't, because he doesn't want to talk, because Jokic probably doesn't want to talk basketball if you sit down.
If I could rank the people that held court that I could just sit there all day and listen to, Brett would be one. You know who was awesome? You guys probably wouldn't know. Maybe you will. Brian Cox.
Yeah.
Hated him on the field.
Sure.
But he would just hold court, and it was just like you sit there and then just laugh your tail off. Elway, another one. Jim Kelly, great.
I still love that Jim Kelly peer pressured Brett into going out.
Yeah.
Before a preseason game. I've heard Jim Kelly was honored by the Lombardi Cancer Foundation with their Award of Excellence a couple of years ago. Yeah. He was, first of all, not a dry eye in the room because he still showed up despite having just a week before found out that he had a relapse with his mouth cancer.
Yeah. You know who's funny? That you probably wouldn't realize that he's funny?
Funny who wouldn't realize he's funny? Reggie?
And he doesn't drink? Not that you have to be funny to drink, but he would sit around us and hold court drinking a Diet Coke while we were sucking him down. Don Beebe.
Oh, Beebe.
Beebe's is hilarious. You know?
Didn't know Beebe didn't drink.
No.
Didn't know that about him.
No. Another good guy? Great guy. Didn't like to pay tax, but he was a really good guy.
Brett? I thought we already talked about him.
Oh, no. This is another one.
Oh.
Great guy. And didn't really drink at all. Not that you had to drink to be fun. Mark Ingram.
Oh, he didn't. He was not big on paying his taxes? Didn't realize he was not big on that.
Yeah, he went to federal.
Oh, did he?
I hope it was him.
Oh, boy. Now I got to look up.
I hope it was him.
Not that you hope that somebody went to federal prison, but...
Mark Ring, the Giants played with us.
Yeah, he played with you guys in like 95. Yeah, I remember guy. Mark Ingram.
His son is...
Mark Ingram the second, yeah.
Am I right? Please tell me I'm right.
Oh, that's the wrong... Hold on. I need Mark Ingram Sr. Here we go. Legal problems. Sentenced to 7 years in prison, up to 5 years probation for money laundering and fraud.
It happens.
Also ordered to pay a Long Island federal court that ordered him to pay $252,000 in restitution.
Good guy.
Failed to show up in federal prison in Ashland, Kentucky to turn himself in. Arrest warrant was issued in 2008. He was finally arrested in Flint, Michigan in 2009.
He had a good run there, literally.
Yeah.
Released early from prison in 2015.
Well, he's a good guy.
So some legal issues there, yes. Some legal issues that he had to deal with. Pete McGuanago saying Frank. Where would you rank Frank on that list?
Frank's great, but Frank, he can get a little annoying. A little bit.
Isn't that one of your best pals?
It is. What, you don't have a good friend that's annoying?
Well, I mean, everybody does, but I didn't think
St. Louis, he's like vinegar. You either like him or you don't.
And you like him.
I like him because I know how to take him.
Okay.
But he is an idiot. And if you asked his wife, she would say he is an idiot. Which is why we should have him on the show.
All right. Well, you book him, or at least give me his number, I guess, and we can book him for you. But yes, we're going to try to have some Chewy friends on the show this summer so we can just, take a deeper dive into Chewy's life, whether it's at the lake, whether it's down in Tampa, whether it's at the property, any other places you got that friends in that I don't know about.
I think if you guys are going to drive down in a VW Bug, you got to take the Blammer. The problem with that...
I'm out.
No. No, he'll be entertaining. The problem is you're going to have to stop every hour for him to take a leak.
Yeah, and I have an issue with that. So.
I'm not going anywhere with the Blammer. I thought it was the three boys. I thought the three of us were going to, travel down to the place in Tampa.
Thing, and he'll pee right into there.
I don't want that. I don't want that near me then.
Well, he can sit in the back seat.
I put him in the trunk, maybe. You know what might just happen is we stop to go to the bathroom and Gabe and I might leave without him.
Do you really want the Blammer down in Tampa?
I can tell you who doesn't.
And I will not be responsible for delivering him down to Tampa.
Okay.
Again, it is one Mark William Chimura who is making these claims and decisions. Not Gabe, not Ashton.
We'll see.
Oh, we'll see how we did on the polls. Coming up next, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
The award-winning 101.7 The Truth is excited to be back celebrating the 52nd annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee. Make sure you come down on Monday, June 19th, as we will be broadcasting live from the Juneteenth celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our table to play games, win Truth swag, and say what up to your favorite Truth teammates. The 101.7 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is sponsored by Educators Credit Union, Tayback Law, Molson Coors, and Associated Bank.
If you're on the job day in and day out, you know living with pain in your knees, hips, back, or shoulders is miserable. The good news, QC Kinetics gets it. They understand guys like you.
They don't have the luxury of taking time off. They want to keep working. We are built for those guys that want to keep working and want to stay active. So the vast majority of who we see are the blue-collar guys like me and you.
QC Kinetics uses biologic therapies, just like pro athletes have used for years, to get you lasting pain relief with no surgery.
I want you to continue working. I want you to continue exercising. The joints are made to be moved.
The treatments at QC Kinetics are fast and non-invasive.
It's not a lot of time commitment on your part. There is no downtime or recovery time. You don't need short-term disability with what we do. We want to keep you active.
Call QC Kinetics now to set up your free no-obligation consultation. Learn how you can get real pain relief and stay on the job.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
Well, it's a patented key ingredient called testofen. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. It's backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text HUNK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text HUNK to 321321. That's HUNK to 321321.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information. Want to get FDA-approved generic Viagra sent to your door and get your first month free? FreeRexMD.com has made the process incredibly simple. Here's what FreeRexMD.com patients are saying.
The process was really easy. You go online, you answer the medical questions. I didn't have to call a doctor. They made it fast and simple.
I order it. The medication is at my house within a couple of days. I can tell my wife is happier. I am definitely much happier.
Your consultation is free, your shipping is free, and your first month is free. Generic Viagra starting at just $2 per tablet at FreeRexMD.com.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
It's life-changing. It's literally life-changing.
I wish I hadn't waited as long as I did.
Go to FreeRexMD.com to get started right now and get your first month free. That's FreeRexMD.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm going to go with the corn dog, the old corn dog. The corn dog for the
pierogies
birthday.
and borscht all day long.
That's just crazy. Nobody likes borscht, let alone
God,
on their
it's
birthday.
so good. It's the only thing that makes my mouth water, other than my wife.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Here we go.
Time to take a look at a leaderboard update, which is brought to you by Pinehurst Resorts. U.S. Open just underway in Los Angeles, LACC. You can watch it all day today on USA from 12 to 7, 7 to 10 on NBC. Some of the featured groups that are going to be playing today at 10:13 this morning. Colin Morikawa, Max Homa, and Scotty Scheffler will tee off. That is Central Time, 10:13. And then in the afternoon wave, the feature group is Tony Finau, Jordan Spieth, Patrick Cantlay. Also check out Xander Schauffele, Victor Hovland, John Rahm at 10:24. 3:54 today, Brooks Koepka, Hideki Matsuyama, and Rory McIlroy all playing together at the U.S. Open at LA Country Club out in Los Angeles. This leaderboard update brought to you by Pinehurst Resort at Pinehurst. It is somebody's U.S. Open every day. Visit Pinehurst.com now to plan your stay.
Here we go.
This from somebody in the 920. She has the ladies' version of the Super Bowl 31 ring. She wears it every day, but also has the men's version of the Super Bowl 45 ring. It's in her safety deposit box. Never wears it. She says it's too big.
Yeah, theirs is huge.
Well, they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger.
Again, that's when the Bucks won their championship and they brought the ring into the studio where we got to see it. I like that you could take the top off of it. If you wanted to wear it as a necklace, you could do that.
You know what some people were pushing for when we won it all? What they wanted?
What was that?
A 3-fingered ring. Like brass knuckles. I swear
you got Ric Flair on the team?
That's actually kind of awesome.
A 3? I mean, that would have been cool as a trendsetter. But I think it would be illegal.
Well, you're not using it in fights or on the field, right? So it's probably fine.
So was that kind of in honor of, that was the third Packers Super Bowl?
I have no idea.
Or they just wanted something that was big enough
to... There were a group of guys that wanted a 3-finger ring. Because brass knuckles are illegal.
Yes.
I mean, as long as the referee doesn't see it, then it's legal. If you hide it from the referee,
are you in or out?
Well, so would it go on the pinky?
I think these 3, the pointer, middle, and
the ring. So it would go on your first 3?
In or out?
That'd be kind of sick, actually. No one's done that. Trendsetter's right. I'm in.
Whoever would do it first, I'm in. If you copy it, though, I'm out. If you're the first one to do it, I think that's cool.
I kind of wish we did it.
That would have been cool.
You could do it again if you want. 30th coming up. A few years.
30 what?
30 years since you won.
Oh.
I mean, it's, a few years from now, but why not? 33 rings, brass fingers.
Only 3 years from now.
Same difference.
It's going to be 30. It's pretty close.
Okay.
And you're old.
Take a look at the polls we have at Jen Gabe Chewy on Twitter. We begin with, on Wednesday, Jordan Love said, the sky's the limit for the Packers offense this season. Do you believe him? 69% of people saying yes.
Nice.
They do believe him.
This year?
I don't know if it's a this year thing, but he just said sky's the limit.
All right, that's fine.
What is the best form of team building? Water park, happy hour, paintball, or escape room? Happy hour, 53.7%.
That could get ugly. Happy hour / WWE.
with the brass knucks. Chewy, who has never had one, thinks the old-fashioned is overrated because that is not a country-wide, well-known drink. Do you agree with Chewy that old-fashions are, quote, just fine? 75% of people say no.
I'd take that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree. That's a
Kevin is calling for your job.
Yep, I agree with that.
Fire him. This is unacceptable.
Yep.
You know who agreed with me? Who agreed with me?
AP Breezy.
Who texted you and agreed with me?
AP Breezy says Chewy is overrated.
True. Accurate.
That's true.
Homer did text me and said Chewy was right.
Is that
Thank
the
you.
ally
That's
you
all
want?
that matters.
That's the ally
what
you
Homer
want?
says is gospel.
Okay, I'm going to send him that clip.
Willie and Tausch coming up next.
Little bit of a backup along eastbound 94 now from about 68th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange to about 35th.